Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
Time for our Sugar Ray Leonard, always fit and trim. Sugar Ray. You can tell both of the... Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. There's a counter shot. Nice counter. It's all offense all the time. These punches coming from every angle. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You just see the nerves of the fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that jab. Catch and shoot. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. This fight has a real good flow to it. Give us a second to catch our breath. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the score. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
As a flat-footed fight, if you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off, cut the ring off, make the ring small, put him on the back foot, put him under pressure.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. The bell rings and we start the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. You'd like to see more jabs. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That big hook doesn't land. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy. Here we go to the 4th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
It's always fascinating to watch 2 good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Well done with that counter shot. Do you believe what we're seeing? Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store. Back into the fray here in round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
jab doesn't quite connect. The straight right just misses. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Sugar Ray is down. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
A shot from the gods took him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
To make or break a fighter.
Terrible round, that is. Come on, you're letting back into the fight. You're much better than this guy. You're much better.
Great work. I love that. I love that. The jab slick. Just keep him on.
Put him back on him.
There's the bell to start round 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
That jab doesn't find a home. Both men step back for just a moment. That counter punch caught him clean. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Boxing.
Great round, great round. Now relax, relax.
Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost.
Still up here. Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
There. Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off, win the round on your jab, and then breathe when you're stepping around.
Up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great work. The jab.
Everything in the bag. Now you've let him back into it.
Great work. Stay focused.
Here comes round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice counter shot.
When are we going to see a jab from these two?
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? There's the bell to start round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fighters like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
He misses with that jab. Only catching air with that hook. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Tried to score with a jab. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you continue.
Sugar Ray Leonard days. No surprises, we get a unanimous decision there.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a...
So much energy here in the house tonight. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Jesse Rodriguez. Wait. And here we see Jesse Rodriguez. You're looking at one of the scariest bantamweights of all time. Blazing speed and ridiculous power, all packed. Up against him.
This bout is scheduled for 10.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Now I'm going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. He threw a punch and just got countered. They exchange punches. We wanted action, and they are delivering. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
How about that time counter shot? The straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Catch and shoot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. El Gallo is hurt. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next. On to the second round. Exchange punches. Miss with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Miss with that jab. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
You don't want to trade shots. Caution being thrown to the wind. They are going to surrender. No mas.